Just to bring everything to a little bit of a conclusion, the purchase behavior statistics kind of showed us that everyone was a pretty big fan of the idea. More than half of the people were enthused when they heard candy pizza and read the description. Everyone thought it was a cute and creative gift, and it's more of a novelty item, you know. People who were concerned were definitely leaning more towards the unhealthy side, which is surprising because we thought price was going to be a huge factor in the beginning, but I guess it really didn't turn out to be that much of an issue. Parents, which we expected, were likely to purchase. That's 53%, but a lot of college students said they would buy it too. 48% is a pretty big number for young kids without a lot of money, you know. And people buying care packages were a big fan of the convenience idea, and they like sending it to a camp or school. And most college students would love to receive candy pizza, 71%. And in terms of promotion, we like to think of candy pizza as like a feel-good item. You're sending fun and joy, you know. So candy pizza was most popular for a party, Valentine's, or birthday gift. And most people would give to a friend, even parents, which was surprising. We thought that they would mostly give to their sons or daughters. Best promotions, the college students would be sampling, giveaway, and tabling. Mostly outdoor type stuff, you know, get there with the college student, get on the same level. Coupons are effective, as always. Key messages, the key message is easy purchasing with fast, reliable delivery. It is also important to make it clear that the recipient will be receiving a smile, you know. And most people will purchase online or in a store, and most people like the idea of customizing a pizza.
Okay, do we have additional questions, thoughts?
What's your next step? What's your next step?
What's our next step, guys?
You guys want to face up now?
Yeah, how's that?
Build an online website is your key to...
Oh, no, I don't mean that.
Where's the class going? What that is, but
I think creative.
The creative.
Hit the street. Get to the
right
people.
after break, they all are giving me at least 3 ideas, somewhat executed from an
You're
ad.
going to my trap. I think you've got to write a creative strategy.
Mm-hmm.
We have
a brief. We have a brief now.
The reason they didn't say
brief.
that is we've written our brief, but we're going to modify it based on the
Have you
research.
seen it?
No. That's coming next.
Because I
That is
think
the
you
next
got a lot of stuff here, and I think that you synthesized in your mind what the proposition is, but I haven't heard that from the rest of the group. So before you run off half-cocked with a million ideas, you know, I would urge you to write a really,
It's a very good point. Remember when we put the
strategy.
creative brief together, and we could actually show it up here, we said that we were going to modify it based on research findings, yes? That we did it early on, but then we were going to come back and revisit it. We did it after we did some of the focus groups and interviews, but before the survey. So what we need to do now is revisit. What was the biggest thing that we probably didn't address as well as maybe we should have in the creative strategy?
It was easy.
Yeah, I think it's the easy and the convenient. It was in our creative strategy, but it wasn't the main focus, and a big focus was the care package concept, which maybe shouldn't be as big a focus anymore.
Because then when is it?
You guys keep talking to them, and I'll call that out.
A lot of our creative also pointed towards the idea that candy pizza was longer lasting than other care packages, namely edible arrangement type things, and that was going to be a big focus for some of our creative. That it was, you could send it and someone could have it for a week and it would still be good.
Keep it in the box.
Well, but there's another word that you had up here that struck me as interesting, and it was, you know, the word smile. And what I didn't hear in this research that was kind of interesting is what is this a substitute for? Right? In other words, what are the kinds of things that you can give to somebody that makes them smile? And if this is high on the food chain of things that you could give somebody that makes them smile, that's pretty potentially powerful. So if done badly, your brief lands in some area of the fast, easy smile, so you got to write that as a strategy, then it can take you in all kinds of different directions in terms of customizable, in terms of the different options, in terms of each idea for the menu, in terms of strategic alliances and partners and distribution and all of that kind of stuff. So,
Talk about that.
so
actually.
part of why I'm pushing for this right now is you got a lot of really good stuff here, but you're digging around in the weeds right now. And the good news about doing this before break is each of you has the opportunity to get out of the weeds of, well, this or this or that or that, and say to yourself, what is a big honking concept that is going to make this famous? And that's a strategic idea, not a slogan, not a new pizza idea, not a size, not a shipping thing. What is the big overarching idea that makes this really unique? It's why I made the comment up front about, I could do this at home. You got to get people to believe, yeah, of course I can do it at home, but nobody's going to do it at home because nobody does it better than the Candy Pizza Company or whatever it is. Right? And it does speak to the package because you tested a regular pizza box, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is, to me, a horrible mistake that your client made. Because you should have had a mock-up.
I don't blame you, don't worry.
You should have had, what we talked about, you should have had a mock-up, or you could have done it yourself with just a white piece of paper that said Candy Pizza, Candy Pizza.
Actually, the picture that they had was really just the inside of the box.
No, people could tell that it was.
But
a
we had
pizza
a
box
box.
on the outside, you could see a little bit.
The one you left
I
me.
cropped most of it out, but it did.
That's what we have.
Show it.
Right, right.
Yeah, it did show
But
it. What we've done
And
so
that's been my
far.
biggest, we have had a very difficult time, doing the box, which is why we're gonna go to a white box, I think.
But the thing is that if you get rid of that theme on the box, then what is actually pizza is
What size the
about
box?
candy.
Just
It
the box.
ruins it.
Just the
You
box.
need to have the idea, because pizza.
Do you understand what I'm
How
saying?
about the coloration?
Yeah,
We thought the
coloration.
coloration, the red, green, and
8 out of 10 people
black
love
and
pizza,
white. So
right?
that was part of our
Yeah.
original design.
Yeah, that's a pizza box. I mean, it's got to say,
This is a pizza box, even though it's like, this is.
No,
pizza
yeah,
by
that
somebody else.
says
Personal slice
pizza.
box.
Yeah,
And that's what we're gonna
personal
stick with
pizza,
that.
and the brand is called Candy Pizza. It's just a graphic thing.
I mean, but like, talk about strategic things, we were actually speaking about and talking about an idea of how to get people as opposed to just buying candy. I mean, talking for myself, I had an idea for Candyland, off the idea of like, Build-A-Bear, you go to build your, thing. Candyland, if you could incorporate something that, it's chocolate lovers, when they open the box, it has a picture of that, they traveled through this to get their Hershey thing or this, to make it customized at the same time, and then for strategic alliances, have local pizzerias. Pizzerias don't have dessert, that's not their thing. So if you could have candy pizza in there, where people could sit down at their local, pizzeria, they go in their family on Sunday, and they can buy their candy pizza, or at the same time have on the menu that they get a certain profit
We're going
for
beyond
on
strategy
delivery.
here.
Those are all great ideas.
You're
My
talking
biggest
about
worry, I do this with ad team all the time, is don't fall in love with the shiny object. So
Yeah.
right?
Right.
You're jumping right to the ideas, and I haven't
He's
heard a
not talking about what
strategy
you're
yet.
talking about. He's
I haven't
talking
heard a
about-
strategy yet.
Yeah,
Right.
well, let me show you
So
what we've done
the
so
risk
far.
is that if you go to all those
Yeah.
ideas, you and your client will die of indigestion, right? Because you can't do it all. It's like, what's the silver bullet? What's the big idea? What's going to make the
Let
brand
me show
famous?
you where we are right now with our creative strategy, and it has not been fine-tuned since we did the survey. This is from earlier attempts, and we just picked from a lot of work that the students did, and we have not narrowed this down to one item, one statement under each. We talked about the character and personality, what they want to advertise, who the audience is, which we may modify some as well. What do they currently think, and what do we want them to think? Fun and thoughtful gift, personal, unique, and creative, that is easy to send. Everyone who receives it will enjoy it. And finally, toward the end, what's the big message? And we did have, interestingly, that the product's a convenient way to send a personal and creative gift to a loved one, which seems fairly consistent with the research findings. I think what our challenge is going to be how much to focus is the easiness and creativity. Is the easiness and simpleness going to be our one main message, with the smile being sort of a sub-theme within that? Or is the main message the smile? And by the way, it's also easy to purchase and deliver, but I think those are the two themes.
What are you leaning towards? You're the client.
It's fun. That's the whole thing. Is that it was, for us, it was all about dazzling, making people really happy. Because that's
You're going
the
personal.
big
You're
smile.
selling the smile.
You're selling the smile. Joy.
Well, this is the focus of the creative strategy that we've got. We've got two options so far that we did not
And it
decide
comes
between, but the two options are that givers and receivers, persuade givers and receivers with creative and thoughtful assortment of candy will excite and satisfy the customer. because it's individually assembled to reflect the taste and preferences of the consumer, and we did see a lot of focus
So
on
is the
customizability.
focus more on the giver or the receiver? Where's that balance?
Ah.
I feel like it's more of the person receiving it, just because when I
I think
think of
it's the
like,
giver, because they're the one who's paying.
Exactly.
Well, you gotta figure that out. You
Yeah.
gotta figure that out. I mean, my head
I
goes,
know
my
that
head
that's who
goes
we
to smile in a
developed
box.
it for. We developed it for the parents because we know they can't give enough when their kids are at camp, and that's why we know that they would, that walking into that camp carrying that pizza box is what they were dying to do. The bigger, the better.
And it's a satisfaction that you bought this for that person, like, yeah, the person receiving it is really happy for getting it, but it's the joy of the person who bought it for making it, and knowing that the person who's gonna get it is gonna love them even more and be even happier, you know, so it's
Well, it's also
definitely
something
the
that can be shared.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
open one of
yeah.
these, everybody can have at it. So it's the smile in the box that you can share.
Yeah, we
So
had
the giver
shared-
is given a smile.
You know, we put shared on our list thinking that that would be a big one, and
Didn't
not
work.
many people thought it was important, because when we made the